Hey guys, we do have a guest today. It's the sun. Thank you so much for joining us since I do depend on you on my lighting. My past few videos that I've filmed, it's been super cloudy outside, so I feel like the lighting is totally distorted. But today, we back to business. Colourpop! I think we all know how I feel about Colourpop recently. However, they just came out with their coconut collection, and let me tell you, I am a sucker for anything that has a label coconut, dewy, radiant. Also though, I did get this collection because since I've pretty much stopped buying makeup, like I explained in my past video, I've used up a ton of stuff in my collection, which is awesome because that's what it's here for. I'm running out of my essential everyday things. It's awesome because I searched up a random coupon code on the internet. I went to Google, right? And I just typed in Colourpop coupon code and I got 20% off my entire order. So I got 5 things for $37. So I'm actually only testing out 2 things from the coconut collection. And that is the Going Coconuts eyeshadow palette and then the I couldn't help it, the bronzer. I got 3 more things. I've been wanting to try this for a long time since it even launched, and it's the blush sticks. Since I want a good cream blush, a duo cream lipstick, and a lip pencil. So let's get into it. I'm excited to replenish my collection of things I'm running out. So first thing, when I opened the package, I was so surprised with how tiny this is. Like it's so small. Like I have small hands. There were a few shades that drew me to this palette because I am a sucker for a perfectly cool toned taupe brown. And I am running out of that shade in all of my palettes because that's what I use almost every day. Right here is the palette. It's like a hard, cheap plastic. It does have the shade names on the back as well. You open it up, you have a little protectant right here. And oh, that's nice that this is a mirror. So this is a palette. I think it's a great natural neutral palette, which I think everyone needs. Like this is a palette that I can just snag up for any eye look that I want. I was really drawn to this shade. This is the shade Culotta. The names are also on the palette as well. I really needed an all neutral palette, and I saw this collection come out and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's meant to be. This palette does retail for $12 and I don't think that's bad, but I was just really surprised with how small the palette is and how small the pan sizes are. It's really small. So I wish it was just a tad bigger. Oh, we have a crack. And that's so funny. The shade is Get Crackin'. Okay, apropos, but no thank you. All right, you already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go straight in with Culotta on this fluffy brush. That's not clean, but that's okay. I'm tapping into the palette, but I don't see a lot of kickback, and that's really nice. That's, I feel like, rare for an eyeshadow palette now. I mean, it does what I expect it to do. It's pretty. I love the shade. Like this is definitely my go-to shade. Yeah, I like how I can build it up. It's blending beautifully. I don't have anything bad to say, but it's not like amazing. So far, the shadow isn't, you know, super pigmented, but that's fine. I'm gonna take some and put it on my lower lash line as well. I'm gonna take Shell, yeah. And I'm gonna put this on the outer corner here. I think this is a really good beginner palette. Like if you don't have a lot of experience with eyeshadows, I think this is a really good eye palette to play with and learn how to do eyeshadow. Just dabble real quick into Culotta. I'm gonna go over with what we just did. I'm gonna dabble into the shade Nutty. It's the deepest matte brown in the palette. Okay, I think that's not performing bad at all. Actually surprised with how much that packed a punch compared to the other shadows. I'm gonna go into the shade Shredded and diffuse the shadow out here. I wanna swatch these 4 shades for you. I don't know if you can see this. When I go in, I feel like the pans are just super loose. I feel like they didn't really glue them down very well. You can just tell that this is a more cheaply made palette. This is the shade Palm Reader, Cocoa Crush, Da Cocoa. This is the one that cracked. This is Get Crackin'. My leggings right now are just covered with flaky glitter from the first two shades, Palm Reader and Cocoa Crush. So flaky. I don't know if I would ever want to put those on my eyes just because I don't want them raining down onto my cheeks. I don't know, because Cocoa Crush is so beautiful. I love the rose gold. The Cocoa seems like a basic shimmer shade, and Get Crackin' just looks like a matte shade that they put glitter into. So that's interesting. Crazy, look how flaky. Look at that. It just all flaked off. I don't know, man. You can just definitely tell this is a very cheap palette. But I knew that, being it was $12. But I really just wanted a basic neutral palette. Oh my gosh. Very messy. Okay, let's put Da Cocoa on my inner corner. Ugh, I just want to try to put some of that Cocoa Crush on my eyes. Any fallout from the eyeshadow so far, that's great for me. So I'm excited about that. I hope Cocoa Crush isn't about to ruin it. So I am going to spray a flat concealer brush and go into Cocoa Crush. So interesting. Because when I swatched it on my arm, it was definitely a rose gold. But when I put it on my eyelid, it just looks silver. This palette it's perplexing me. Super pretty, like super metallic. It rained just a little bit down right here. I'm gonna do some eyeliner and mascara, and then we'll move on to the bronzer. Pressed powder bronzer, this is in the shade Coconut Beach. I think they have two shades. This is the lightest shade. This looks like it's a really good shade. It's not too warm, especially for it being winter. Beautiful, beautiful shade. Yes. All right, there's some color. I think the color on my skin looks a lot different than what it looks like on the pan. The way it's showing on my skin is actually pulling a little red, which is so weird because it does not look like it's red at all in the palette. Like, it almost looks like a cool toned contouring shade in the palette, but that is not what it looks like on my skin. I still think it's pretty, but I'm just surprised at the color difference. I've never seen a bronzer do that before. I still really like it though. I don't think it pulls super red like my NYX bronzers. I think those pull super red, like the matte bronzers. And this retails for, I believe, $9. You guys, I totally forgot to use this before bronzing in powder. Should we try it? But then if it looks like crap, I don't know if that's valid because we have powder on. No, I can't believe it. This is what I was mostly looking forward to. All right, let's see it. Oh, that is a lot bigger and heftier than I thought. Still cheap plastic though. Very, very cheap plasticky. Colourpop Splash. Their logo isn't even in the center of the compartment. Like, it's so off-centered. Oh my gosh, I feel like their lab or whatever just does not give a crap. All right, so this is in the shade Splash. Oh, yes, I feel like that's gonna be very pretty. Let's do it on the back of my hand. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I wanna put it on. I'm gonna take a dense brush, put it on this way. Not looking too bad over powder, but if I were gonna do it again, I would definitely put this on before powder. That is a really pretty shade. Okay, this is by far my favorite product that we've used so far. Like, look at that color. I just look alive. Moving on to lips, I am gonna do a quick lip scrub. I know my lips are super chapped and I wanna give this lip product a fair shot. This lighting, yo. I do want to note that when I got it, it looked like this. The box was very smushed, but hopefully that didn't impact the actual lippy pencil. Colourpop lippy pencil in the shade BFF. It's just a very neutral brown, which is what I wanted. Looks pretty good to me. Super creamy. This is applying really well. Wow, I really liked that. That was very easy. There was not any tugging, any pulling. I really liked this. Cream Luxe lipstick in the shade Uno Mas. I like the component. It's like a rose gold, although it just comes off as gold in the camera, but it's definitely rose gold. And it has these little stars. Hopefully this is the shade I want. Okay, and oh, it's so cute. Wow, that's not a lot. It's not a lot of lipstick at all. I think this also retailed for $9. That went on really nice. This smells like my 12-year-old makeup. Wow, that smells exactly like my lipsticks I used when I was 12. Wow. Nostalgia. Love the formula. Don't love the color. It looks way more orange than it did online. Way more orange. This type of orangey lip isn't really my lip shade. So I guess I'm still on the hunt for a good cream lipstick. Cream lipstick formulas are my favorite just because they last somewhat long and they're not drying like matte lipsticks. So I love the formula. It's very comfortable. I loved the lippy pen. The color though, it's not for me. I don't think it really complements me. I'm gonna do a quick recap. This eyeshadow palette, I think it's a good everyday eyeshadow palette. I'll continue to use it and I think grab it specifically for that Culotta shade. That is just a gorgeous shade. It's a good neutral palette and that's the reason why I bought it, and I think it does serve that purpose. It is a cheaply made palette. That's very apparent when you even open this, the packaging, everything about it, but I think you definitely get what you pay for in this palette. The bronzer, it's good. I don't think it beats any of my other bronzers that I already have though. I'll continue to use it. The color again just really threw me off because that's not what the color looks like in the palette, so just keep that in mind if you do want to purchase this. This and the lippy stick I think are my two favorite products out of my entire purchase. They both were just so creamy and comfortable. I love the shade of this blush. I think it's perfect. I love how neutral brown this lip pencil is, and I really wish the lip color was the same because when I purchased the lip pencil it said, oh, this is the lippy bundle that would match perfectly with this shade. Lies, Colourpop. It's not the same shade. And the lip, again, I really like the formula, just the color isn't for me. Thanks guys for watching. It was really nice doing a review again just because it's been so long. And it's good because I don't feel guilty buying these products because they're products that I needed to replenish what I have lost. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.